times the charm. Here we go. So here is what I learned about FlipGrid. What you need to do is, number one, make sure that you go to flipgrid.com. So flipgrid.com. Once I'm there, I'm going to either log in as my educator or sign up. Whatever your option is, make sure that when you do, let me sign out. Make sure that you select to log in with your Google. When you do, you're going to make that partnership with your Hilliard Google account. Once you're logged in or you've signed up, then you are set to go. Next, so that's step one. Step two, to get your FlipGrid into your Canvas world, the next thing that you need to do is you need to come down to your settings app in the course that you want to use FlipGrid in. Then you're going to come over here to the app list. You're going to look for FlipGrid and you're going to select to add that app. This is where you need to copy and paste in your consumer key. So how do you do that? You're going to integrate your account. So you're going to come over here and you're going to, back in FlipGrid, you're going to tap integration. So you clicked on your profile picture, selected integrations. Then you're going to copy over that consumer key, copy. And then you're going to copy in that shared secret. Paste that in. And then you're going to hit add the app. I've already done it, so I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to tap close. Once it's there, then you need to go over to your navigation area and you need to make sure, because it will be hidden. So you need to make sure that you activate it so that it's there and ready to use. Next, here's what you need to do. This is the part that's totally different. That was new to me, and this will allow you so that when you are creating an assignment, it is pulled right into the assignment as an LTI, and it goes straight to your grade book. Trust me on this. I know like some new words there, but just go with me. So the first thing you want to do is create a module, and you'll want to create this module if you have a sandbox, do that, or in your course, like I've made one called Mrs. Rip's module. So I went ahead and I created Mrs. Rip's module, and I went ahead and added that module. You'll see down here, here it is. It is published because I needed to be able to test it. But here's what you need to do. When you create that module that's just for you, I want for you to go and create a new assignment. Okay, and this one's going to be your FlipGrid LTI test, and this one's my second one, but you would do your test assignment. No one's going to be using it, but you need to set it up this way so that it latches on the first time. So that then when you add in your FlipGrid to other assignments, then it's smooth sailing. So just to make sure that it all works, you have to make this test assignment just so that you get some of the wiggles out in case if there are any. So I'm going to tap add assignment, add the item. Here it is. Notice how it's not published to anyone because I'm going to be very specific when I do publish it about who is available to see it. All right, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to edit. Remember, if you're writing directions, wherever you're getting the content, all that content and directions will be written here, okay? But for your test assignment, this needs nothing because no students are going to use it. All right, next up, you also want to then change this part. So the submission type is the part that's really important. This is where, so that as you are grading, you don't have to keep going back and forth between the tabs. You'll notice here I've got two tabs, right? It gets annoying to go from gradebook to FlipGrid, gradebook to FlipGrid, and who did it, who didn't do it. Let's make it all just talk. So let's see how that happens. It talks to each other with the integration of that external tool. That's why you were copying over all of those codes. So how do you do that? Right here, I'm going to enter in FlipGrid. Sorry, I'm going to tap find, and then I already made that connection. So I'm going to tap FlipGrid, do select. I always say load the tool as in the new tab for my students. That way then it just pops over for them. And then instead of assigning it to everyone, I want for you to make sure that you insert your test student that you have access to. All right, once you've added in your test student, now you're going to save and publish it. You get the warning like, hey, you didn't assign it to all of your students. I know that it's just assigned to my test. If you don't have a test student account access to one, talk to your ed tech coach and they can give you some directions on how to add a test student account to your Canvas course. So I'm going to tap continue. Once that's there, then you'll notice that, oh, look, all my directions would have been there and would have been like big, nice stuff, but it's not. And then when I tap here, your students will also see that same button and it'll take them right to, you'll see right here. Look, here's the name of that assignment as well. Okay. And you'll notice that it says that this topic was automatically generated from Canvas assignment. Click on the record button to get started. So then your students then will just click on the record button and hop right to it. What does that look like for you then as the educator? When students are turning in all of these items, then you can easily go to SpeedGrader, or when you're looking in your grades, here's my module here that it's hidden. I can look right here and see that here's my test student. They've turned it in. So then I can go over to my SpeedGrader. And then here is that video preview. Thanks, Mr. Lane, for helping me out this morning. I can watch it. There was a play button down there. And then I can grade it accordingly. Okay. I almost forgot. Why did we set it up that way? Well, there was a very specific reason. Let me show you. When you go back over to your home of your discussions, you'll see that I accidentally messed up. I went and made a group first, and then I found out that if you do the integration the way I just previously showed you, Canvas auto generates with FlipGrid its own course. And you'll see, look, this has the exact name as my Canvas course. So it goes ahead and auto generates that new Canvas discussion group for you. And then look, here's all those assignments in that module. I didn't even have to add or make any of these. They just auto populated right over here. And you can see here's that number 2 that we just made. And here's everything for it. Remember, you can always come in here and you can always edit it, but you really want to make sure that you're putting all the content when you're creating it, when you're building it inside your Canvas course. All right, so there's the why. Thanks, friends. If you run into any glitches, like the Canvas FlipGrid connection just doesn't seem to be connecting, one of the workarounds we found is when you go back over to settings, you want to tap over to navigation and you want to enable your Google Drive connection. So what you'll want to do is tap the plus sign, go ahead and enable it. It'll pop up here at the top, and then you'll go over here, you'll click on it, on this menu bar here on the left. And then once you're there on that left, go ahead and log yourself in and then go ahead and check. And that usually resolves the issue. Once it does resolve the issue, then you can come back over here to your navigation and then you can disable then the Google Drive so that then that no longer is an option for your students to connect with. So thanks. Thanks so much for listening. I hope that helps. I'm also going to make a student help video so that you can embed that in with your students so that then they can be successful with FlipGrid. Thanks so much for listening. Have a good day. Bye, friends.